Hello everybody, I'm Sneaksy Gamer and welcome to Challenge Rift 23 for the Americas in Diablo 3. That's not what I wanted to do. So, we've got a Necromancer with the Tragul set, which gives Blood Rush the effect of every rune. While at full life, your healing from skills is added to your maximum life for 45 seconds, up to 100% more, and your life spending abilities deal 3,300% increased damage, and your healing from skills is increased by 100%. We've got secondary skill. This in the cube secondary skills deal 400% additional damage while bone armor is active, but reduce the remaining duration of bone armor by 4 seconds. We've got Leoric's Crown to double the effect of the gem in the helmet. And we've got Crispin's Sentence. You deal 100% increased damage against slowed enemies, or triple this bonus against enemies affected by any other type of control impairing effect. Now, what I don't understand, they've got this weapon, which is for using Cursed Scythe, and they've got this offhand, which is, not Cursed Scythe, Grim Scythe, and this, which is deals with Grim Scythe, but they've got Bone Spikes. They're not using Grim Scythe, which makes absolutely no sense to me. But we've got some other stuff here. I didn't actually finish it, but I did do part of this one earlier, and I stopped doing it because I got a ways in and I was like 30 seconds ahead of the timer, and I was doing just fine where I feel like I'm probably going to be able to finish it. So rather than finish it and then have to record afterwards me doing it again, I figure I'll just record finishing it, hopefully. But yeah, this is definitely an unusual build.
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down.
But it's mostly you just rely on your skeletal mages.
Decay and rot.
Again, it is an unusual build, though.
I must wait longer.
I think there was an elite over here, wasn't there? Yep.
Decay and rot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm even faster than I was my first try through here right now, but that's because I know what to do now, too, so I kind of know what to do now, I guess. I don't exactly know what to do. Basically, I'm just summoning my skeletal mages here and using bone armor as soon as I'm able to when there's enemies around me. And then I use Devour every once in a while when there's corpses around, just to get that extra essence and probably life. I didn't check what rune they've got on there. Yeah, it also restores health.
That needs to recharge.
You will make a fine corpse.
But I mean, this seems to be a pretty simple one, but we'll see how it goes against the Guardian. yeah, you basically just seem to just let your mages do most of the work. I'm using the blood rush every once in a while just to move a little faster. But yeah, right about here, I was like 30 seconds ahead in my first attempt, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna leave now and I'll come back and do it in the video. Plus the using devoured consumed corpses, we then get our next life spending skill for free for each corpse we devour, so
This world can abide you no longer.
or was that each health roll? I don't remember how it worked. But anyway, we're getting our health spending skills for free every either health globe or every. There we go. Took me 5 minutes. The time to beat was 6 minutes and 22 seconds. So what, a minute 22 ahead of the timer?
A great success.
And now, of course, as I do in all of these, I'm gonna go and use my other character and do a rift or something. I've made some changes to this character, built it more. Basically, I'm doing a specific build with it this time around, and it seems to be helping quite a bit. But I'm not going to do a 70, I'll do a 60. I've done a 70, but I'm not going to try it. Basically, I mean, I am dying a lot with this, but I need more toughness is what I need. But I'm doing pretty well with this. I'll show.
Not enough wrath. His wounds are deep.
He'll rip these brutes to shreds.
Not ready yet.
As I said, I am dying pretty often with this, though.
Wounds healed.
But I am kicking some serious ass with it, too.
I require more wrath.
See? I'm dying, but I'm killing things so fast that I can make up for it right away if I'm not already ahead.
The crusade marches on.
I'll show my build in a minute when I'm done with this. Well, not a minute, but you know.
Patience. Make your peace quickly.
And I'm not even fully equipped for this build, and I already did a 70 with it. as I said, I'm killing stuff so quickly that even when I do die, I can make up for it right away.
Not yet.
I just love how fast I'm killing stuff with this.
Had enough.
Oops, missed turn. Hit me, please. Thank you.
Not ready yet.
575. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm using an actual build this time around, not just kind of going with what I like. I mean, I base a lot of mine off of builds that people use, but I change it a bit usually. And this time I'm just going straight with the build that I'm going with.
I must wait longer. My wrath is low.
I mean, elites are dying fast with this. Everything's dying fast, but elites I can just blaze right through them. And as I said, I'm not even fully geared for this. I'm still missing some of the stuff I need for this.
I enjoy that. Not enough wrath. I wish I could do that. Bad luck for you.
I do run out of wrath pretty frequently, though. And that's usually when I end up dying.
I'm fading.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying this.
Like chaff before the wind.
I'm not using Nemesis bracers anymore. I was for a while, but this build doesn't call for them.
Make your peace quickly.
Oh, come on. Send that Guardian out here so I can kick its ass.
Not enough wrath.
The Rift Guardian is
There
here.
we go.
Patience.
Ta-da! But yeah, what I'm using... Actually, it'll be easier if I just do it this way. Heroes. I'm using the Seeker of the Light set, the full set. That every use of Blessed Hammer that hits an enemy reduces the cooldown of Falling Sword and Provoke by 1 second. You take 50% less damage for 8 seconds after landing with Falling Sword, and increase the damage of Blessed Hammer by 2000% and Falling Sword by 1000%. Convention of Elements, I've got that ring, and Bane of the Trapped only rank 20. I need to get that ranked up more. I've got the ring that I need for this set. I need to get the amulet, though. Bane of the Stricken is rank 25. I'm using this this flail, Johanna's Argument. Increase the attack speed and damage of Blessed Hammer by 100%. And Guard of Johanna, Blessed Hammer damage is increased by 216% for the first 3 enemies hit. It can go anywhere from 200 to 250%. I've got Faithful Memory in the cube for the weapon because with that each enemy hit by Falling Sword increases damage of Blessed Hammer by 80% for 10 seconds with a maximum of 10 stacks. So if I hit 10 enemies with that Falling Sword, that's an 800% increase, I believe, unless it's 80% and then it's 80% of that one, then it wouldn't be 800%, but still. It's a huge increase. Hammer Jammers. Enemies take 400% increased damage from your Blessed Hammers for 10 seconds after you hit them with a Blind, Immobilize, or Stun. Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. Reduce the remaining cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second when you hit with a resource spending attack, which Blessed Hammer is. So everything that's getting hit is reducing the cooldown of one of my skills by a second. Then for my left click, I've got Blessed Hammer with Limitless. Right click, I've got Falling Sword with Rapid Descent. For one, I have Laws of Valor with Critical, so that I get higher critical hit damage when I activate it. I've got Iron Skin with Flash, that reduces damage that I take, and if I get hit while it's active, my movement speed is increased and I can move through enemies unhindered. I've got Provoke with Too Scared to Run, because that taunts the enemies near me. It gives me Wrath, it taunts the enemies near me, and they move and attack slower then, for a short time. Then I've got Akarat's Champion with Prophet, which the first time that I take fatal damage while this is active, it restores me to full health. I've got Fervor, I think that's how it's pronounced. So with a one-handed weapon, my attack speed is increased by 15% and all cooldowns are reduced by 15%. Holy Cause, the amount of damage dealt by your weapon is increased by 10%, and whenever I deal holy damage, I heal up to 1% of my total life. Finery, gain 1.5% strength for every gem socketed into your gear. And Indestructible, which stops me from dying, and it restores me to... I become immune to damage. I gain 35% increased damage and gain 107,000 life per kill for 5 seconds. Then I missed my bracers. I've got Gabriel's Van Braces. When your Blessed Hammer hits 3 or fewer enemies, 98% of its wrath cost is refunded. I'd like to get that up to the maximum 100%. Because then I don't lose wrath when I use that if it hits 3 or fewer enemies. And Sacred Harness. Judgment gains the effect of the Debilitate rune and is cast at your landing location when casting Falling Sword. Now, Judgment is not a skill that I'm using right now, but I will show what it does. Judgment. Pass Judgment on all enemies in an area, immobilizing them in place for a short duration. And Debilitate. Enemies in the judged area deal 40% reduced damage for 6 seconds. So, that's helping out with the Hammer Jammers, because that's an Immobilize, so then the enemies are taking increased damage, and it's basically just powering up my blessed hammer like crazy. Nice.
I need to
And
go
yeah,
back.
that's what I'm doing with this character. I'm definitely enjoying it.
Blessings of the light.
And I'm now Paragon 576. Oh yeah, Paragon points. I wanted to get movement speed up to the maximum. Then I put 50 into strength, and then I'm putting it into maximum wrath, so I've got more wrath to spend. And the offense, we've got critical hit chance, critical hit damage, both maxed, and then I'm working on cooldown reduction because attack speed with this one isn't a priority. This is all going by the build still, where I put my points and everything. I believe, if I remember correctly. But then we've got resist all and life are maxed, and then I'm going for armor, and then I'll go for life regeneration, and then we've got area damage and resource cost reduction maxed. I'm going for life per hit, and then I can go for gold find. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, and I'm enjoying it. But that's it for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.